You are now listening to the Q&E Podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Q&E Podcast. You're here with your boy Q Hicks right now. I got Edgar on the other line. Edgar, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E Podcast. Today, we are joined by a special guest, Black entrepreneur, Black clothing specialist, author now, Black Amir. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Black Amir.
Man, talk about big time.
Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, ain't no thing, You one of my favorite apparel makers, entrepreneurs in generals. Every time I'm on the TL, this man dropping gems about investing. His book, man, and like Edgar just said, his book just dropped, the 10 Powerful Habits that every millennial should have, bro.
Yeah.
So definitely go pick that up as well. That's on blackamir.com along with his
That's
apparel.
what it look like right here.
There we go. Yeah, I was about to pull it up, but y'all, you got
it is. But now we got it ready. I'm gonna have it up on the screen on the YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, bro. So we just want to dive a little deeper into the entrepreneurship first, bro. What is the meaning of Black Amir?
So, Black, for the culture, and then Amir in Arabic mean prince. So it's pretty much Black Prince. So the whole brand, the whole concept of the brand is we wanted to create a way to spread awareness of what was going on in the community, but make it dope. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it.
So I love the title because I didn't know Amir basically meant prince once you translate it. So it's kind of like a sense of royalty with the brand.
Exactly.
So I really rock with that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's why I've been banging with it for so long, man, because I love the meaning behind everything that you do, man. So that's big. But what made you want to get into apparel to start off with, though?
Man, I feel like at our age, especially because the brand been around for a couple of years, so it was younger back then. I feel like I was thinking like, how can we spread what's going on in the hood, but make it dope at the same time, make other people that's not in the hood know about it. Rock, you feel me? So I feel like merch was a good way to kind of spread that message, but still keep it dope instead of just putting words on a shirt.
Yeah,
Let's put like a crazy ass design, and that's that speak volume somehow. So that was the whole concept.
And I love the fact that you're trying to bring it over into a different world instead of just keeping it in the community. Of course, started and that's where you really get your build up from the people who look like you and who you see on a daily basis. But the fact that you incorporated cool designs into your words on a shirt instead of just putting words, you're like, hey, like the hoodie you got on now, it's kind of like a globe, kind of. So
the world peace hoodie.
So you find different ways to make your stuff creative, and I really love that. So that's why as soon as I can, I'm gonna start buying your merch because it's the kind of brands that like you see in like a Hot Topic or a PacSun or something like that, and it's Black owned. So you get the best of both worlds with that.
Yeah, I got Black and white folks on that thing now.
Exactly. I feel like in order to get people outside our culture, we gotta mix our message. Yeah.
I feel that. So what made you want to incorporate the social justice? Because the first piece I had bought from you, bro, was the one where it was a balloon floating up in the air and it was the cop. It was the cop looked like he was about to shoot like 3 little kids, bro. So what made you want to do that, bro? Because that's a bold one. I'm gonna tell you a funny story real quick. I had wore that shirt to work, man. And that shirt was so controversial because this was a corporate job. This was Bankers Financial.
Yeah.
And my manager found the shirt so controversial, bro. So what made you want to wear or put a design like that together?
So the message behind the design was to disarm all the officers that were taking advantage, of their authority. So that message of the balloon was all the folks, the Black kids that died because of police brutality. So the balloon was taking the gun away. So if you look at the message, it wasn't like a bad message.
Oh no, I know.
At all. So going into that design, I wanted more people to question you. Like if you was wearing the shirt, they came up to you and just asked you, what does this message mean? And after you explain it to them, they were like, damn, you know what? You feel me? That was the whole point.
Yeah.
If that answered your question.
Oh no, it definitely does, bro. I was just saying it was controversial because if a white person looks at that shirt, they think it's a cop trying to kill 3 black kids until you actually tell them the message behind it. It's just like, oh, now that's dope. But you have to explain it first because on face value, they're gonna ask hella questions about it.
You're right.
So I was like, bro, shit was hella controversial.
Because I feel the same way. I feel like whether it's a black, white, or anybody who sees the brand at first, I feel like they'll all have the same type of questioning attitude. Like, whoa. Like, what does this mean? I never seen this brand before. I never heard of this brand before. This is my first, like, impression of it. So the fact that you were bold enough to come up with that type of attention grabber, like, I applaud you for that. And the message behind it, like you said, like, once you finally figure out the context behind the design, it makes you appreciate the brand so much more.
And the crazy thing, I got crazier design that we didn't put out. And, you know, as a team, we kind of decided that since the fan base has been growing, not just from black folks, but like, you know what I mean, all over. We got Singapore. We got fans in Singapore. They cop every time, bro. So like some design we decided it was too much. So we had to kind of, you feel me? We just trying to stay on the right track, you know what I mean? And still spread what's going on. We're not going to sugarcoat it, but we're going to do it the right way. Where like we can have people that's not inside our culture understand it and not, you know what I mean? We come up to you and have a regular conversation and be like, you know what, I understand it, than just being straight up like just a negative image that's too, you know what I mean? That's too much.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good idea to have. The fact that y'all know y'all got more designs and different types of messages you want to put out, but you're still being cautious of when you put those designs out. Yeah. You don't want to just put every single design out all at one time because it's like, hey, this might not be a good time in the world to put out this type of message. So I applaud you for that too, because you could just say F it and just put out every single design and be like, hey, you like it, you like it, you don't. But you're still being cautious with the messages that you send. So the gun with the policeman and everything, that's the perfect type of brand to put out right now. Look, let's disarm the police until we can finally get the correct people in there. So the designs that you got in the vault right now, I feel like you'll know the time in the world to drop something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You hit it right on the head because we waiting on the right time. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, the time when it's right, I feel like we'll know. You know what I mean? We're not gonna force it out there.
Right.
Yeah. And when did you start the brand, the Black Amir brand?
So we started it as the homies, like our own, like it was, we just gonna make some print on some merch and we just gonna rock it around like 2015.
Yeah.
And we were just messing around with just different design. And then I posted the one with the balloon on Twitter, and that shit did like 1,000 retweets.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got something going. You feel me? So that's when I was like, okay, let's, you know what I mean, let's actually share our art with people outside the group. And you know, we just been at it ever since.
And what age was that?
2015, like 20 years old.
Okay. Yeah. So you were still young. You were young, are you still young? But you were young back then, like extra young. So what made you wanna, what did you learn from back then to now of like the entrepreneurial mindset, bro? What have you learned in this 5-year process?
I think it's a journey. It's a everyday something new. Like every time we do production, it's always an issue. And you learn something new, like, and you know, starting off not knowing how the manufacturing side of the merch thing go, you being overcharged. Like, for example, that youth revenge shirt, we did numbers on it, but we didn't make much profit because production was so high. You feel me? So it's a lot of brands new brands, if they don't know how to cut production costs, I don't care how good the brand is, unless you're gonna sell a shirt or a hoodie for $100, you're not gonna make it. So you're just gonna be doing it for free. Yeah. So it's just you gotta understand that it's studied in and outs, you know, and that's why I got into a lot of books. It's more than just like printing a dope shirt. You gotta have the fundamentals behind the business to keep the business going the right way. Sales, you know what I mean, cut costs where you can cut costs. Even the website, maintenance, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, so it's a lot more to it than just like dope shirt and then people copying. Yeah. And it's just having the right mindset, because you're gonna have days when you don't make no sales. You're gonna have releases that flop. You thought was gonna pop.
Yeah.
And I think something I learned, bro, is I might do a design that I like, and then I'm like, what if the customers don't like it? You feel me? So that's tricky too. So it's still learning to this day. You know, I mean, every day, every drop, we learn something new.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it comes to entrepreneurship, anybody who's starting their own business or is in the beginning stages of their own business, that's great advice to give them, because no matter what design or what product flops or what doesn't sell on a certain day, continue to push the product.
Exactly.
Like we see that with brands like Nike or Jordan or Apple or whatever. Apple releases the same type of damn phone every year. They've been doing that for like the past how many years now? But what they're going to do is they're going to push that product. They're going to continue to advertise it. They're going to find your favorite celebrities or whatever to advertise the phone or whatever. They're going to find a way, same with these other brands, to push their product. So even if you make a design that you like that somebody else might not like, it's like, hey, we still got to push this.
Yeah, I'm glad you said Apple, because that's the company I've been studying. And I don't tell a lot of people this, but if you go to our website, I set up the website almost as easy to act like to purchase as Apple. Like, it's just simple. It's you go to it, it's like a third grader.
Like, bam.
That's it. I've been studying Apple. Like Steve Jobs, dude was ahead of his time. You know what I mean? So I've really been studying like how they brand, because once you have a good brand, you can sell anything. You can sell water to a whale, like Jay-Z.
Yeah,
said.
I watched a lot of his videos too. Steve Jobs, before he passed away, I used to watch a lot of his forums and all that type of stuff where he would present new products and explain the reasoning behind each one. So I definitely watch his stuff too.
So what do you think is most impressive about Steve Jobs, bro? Do you think it was his aura or more just his forward thinking?
Man, I think it was his mindset. Dude was weird, bro. Like the stuff, dude was weird. Like he was an asshole too. Like he told him the first iPhone, he told him, I want this phone to be simple, like to where there's not much buttons. Like, and people look at him like, what do you mean? Like at the time, all phones, they had like a whole bunch of buttons.
Hella buttons.
Like, what do you mean? He was like, y'all do it. You feel me? Like, it ain't, if you can't, you better do it. I mean, y'all have no other option but to do it.
You don't do it, you getting fired.
You feel me? Like, dude was on the next level. And then at their facility, they had like a track around the warehouse. He would go walking with his engineering team to create ideas. He said, like, for some reason, when you walk and chop it up, you know what I mean, communicate with your people, for some reason, ideas, you get crazy ideas. So some of those things, bro, like, it's just mind-blowing. When you read into it, like, dude was just a nerd, like, in a good way.
So other than Steve, who else, I'll ask this more specifically, what Black entrepreneurs do you mostly look up to?
Man, what's the Fubu guy? I'm sorry, I know his name. I
don't know his name either.
I got his book. He talked about how he built Fubu. Dude, literally, he was hustling. Living with his homies, like eating ramen noodles every day. He was really hustling. What's his name? Dave? What's his name? David?
I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, but
his story is crazy.
Homie.
What's the name? Damon John?
Damon, that's
Damon John?
Yeah,
okay. I never even thought about his name.
I'm not good with names, bro. I go through so many audiobooks and like I have them all on my phone, so I'll go back and you know what I mean. And
all right. So let's dive into that part of the interview, bro, of your book. So the 10 powerful habits for millennials that they should develop. I read this junk on the first day because I was so interested in what you were going to say. And it was an easy read, quick read. So if y'all haven't gotten already, definitely get into it.
Hey, thank you. That was the goal, bro. That was the goal for the book. Because me personally, like, I'd rather listen to audiobooks before I sit down and read, like, a whole book. You feel me? So I wanted to set it up to where, like, it's an ABC type thing. Straight through, basic fundamentals needed. You know what I mean? Like, just straight to the point. We can sit down and read it in a day or, you know, go chapter by chapter and take, maybe a week. Yeah. But yeah, that was the plan for it, to make it real easy and, you know what I mean, understanding.
So what made you want to create a book about saving and finance and things like that, bro?
Hey, you know, it comes back to the culture, bro, our people. I feel like us as Black folks, man, we we don't know much about investing, about money.
Right.
They say in the Black community, as soon as we spend money the fastest. Our money stay in the Black community the shortest period of time. That means as soon as we get it, we spending it. We
Yeah.
Gucci.
It's sad, but it's
You
true.
think about it.
Yeah.
As soon as we at the bottom, and as soon as we get it, we paying the people at the top.
Exactly. Student loans or some shit.
Yeah. So like I was like, if I can share this with the homies, if I can share just the basic, like the information in there is not to become a millionaire in like a week. It's just the basic, just
the
principles. Follow the principles, bro. Like over time, you'll be straight. You know what I mean? And it's easy to implement. So that was the main goal for it.
And your book sounds like, I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I definitely will. Your book definitely reminds me of this lady named Love Dorsey. She's like a social media influencer.
I know. I know her.
Yeah, I rock with Love Dorsey a lot. I watch her videos all the time. Like, I listen to like her anecdotes when she in the car and all that type of stuff. Like, her music fire too and all of that. And she basically has a book, not similar, because yours is more so about financial stuff. But her book is also the same, to where it's not that long, but it's also kind of like an apply to your life workbook, kind of. Like, she says, feel free to scribble in there, circle, highlight, like it's a workbook. And I feel like your book is giving me that same type of vibe. It's not so basic to where it doesn't hold value, but it's basic enough to where it's like, oh, over time I could add notes in here, like circle certain phrases or like value. So I like the fact that you got it concise, but it's still enough info in there to carry on throughout the years of starting a business.
Yeah, and I've been getting good reviews. Like, at first I was kind of nervous to put it out there because, you know, it's just a sensitive topic. You know what I mean? So it's like I was kind of, but I had a couple of friends that read it. It was like, man, you need to put this out there. So I was like, you know what? And, you know, I'm actually working on the next one. It's called The Little Investor. It's more for kids though. We going, you know, it's going to be it's going to be a physical copy, a lot of colors too.
Yeah.
You know? So we going back to the hood, bro. We gonna give the kids at an early age.
That's what's up.
That's
bro.
dope, bro. Yeah, congratulations, bro. Congratulations on your success, period. But damn, that's big. Because if I would have known about investing earlier, man, my mindset would have been completely different going into my 20s right now, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Remember when we was at Sanderlin Quincy and they had them like little classes of financial literacy and all that type of stuff? If they did that at the actual schools we went to and we didn't have to wait all the way until the summer to do that, we'll be so far ahead, bro. With everything.
What hurt us as Black folks is and I hate to say this, is the work hard and save money concept. That's all we believe in. That's what really hurt us. You know what I mean? Instead, like, I've learned to work hard, save, but you got to invest, because I don't care how much you make, how much you save, you're not getting wealthy just saving.
Exactly.
Because inflation.
And one key thing I had.
Inflation gonna eat half of what you save up. You feel
for real,
literally.
Because one key thing I had took from your book, bro, is like always take 1/10 of what you earn, bro, and put it into what you save, and then eventually let that grow, and then invest that what you have built up. No matter what if somebody gave you $5, bro, take a percentage of that and put that in some type of investment. Yeah. And I think the hardest part for like people starting off is just seeing the small growth, if any, in the starting phase. Like, for what? I only made 30 cents this week. Why am I saving? Then you go to get on social media, you see people flexing, you be like, exactly, I need this. Man, what are you talking about? This taking too long. But you don't know, like, half these Instagram flexers, they living on credit cards, and they don't even own a lot. That's why I don't really talk down on Forex much, but I see a lot of Forex traders, they posting next to renting cars and stuff, and I'm not impressed. Like, you can't post a picture next to a Benz and think I'm gonna be impressed. I know I have a deeper meaning behind that. Like, that's just I don't care about that. You feel me?
And I know some people who do Forex, and I kind of feel the same way. It's like, I get it, y'all. That's the path to financial success y'all taking. Yeah. If it's successful for you, I hope you succeed, because I don't want to see Black people just failing out here. But at the same time, I'm like, it ain't no way y'all just really just starting off making that
Yeah.
kind of money like that. Like,
And
nah,
the
it ain't
thing,
no way.
and Forex is not a scam. Let me say that, because at first a lot of people like used to think Forex is not a scam. It's how they got the system set up. You having people to join. Like, you think if a Forex trader is making all this money and trading Forex, why would he want to spend so much time promoting classes? Like, you can literally sit on your computer and make all that money. You're trading. And why are you so much promoting like a Jehovah's Witness, going to people's DMs? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah. Well, once you understand that, you kind of look past the fake Forex and you look at the real traders. You know what I mean? Because trading is not easy. I don't care how easy
it's not.
It's not easy. I got homies that trade that lose thousands, bro, in a day. And you know what I mean? And they've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not going to learn Forex in 6 months. And then now all of a sudden you buying all these luxuries and come on, I'm not.
Yeah, I can tell some of the real Forex people from the people who just trying to build a team and all that type of stuff. Like the ones who I've been seeing doing it for like the past 3-4 years now, they're still doing it and they still solo for the most part. They work with other people, but it's not like a team necessarily. They just link up with people from time to time to share ideas.
Yeah. Hey, bro, and I can attest to losing money during that investing thing, bro, because I was on Robinhood, like when Robinhood was just popping, like in June or something like that. I had put my little what's that shit, that income, $1,200, the
stimulus.
I put my little stimulus in their money. I put like $500 in there, right? Yeah. I went in with no knowledge though, no knowledge of investing, but I'm taking advice from everybody on Twitter. I see your Twitter, I see you popping on Twitter with the investments. So I'm like, it can't be that bad, bro. Tell me why I lost about 400 of that 500 in about 2-3 weeks, dog. I'm not bullshitting. That investment.
What did you invest in? What companies
are buying and holding?
What you said?
Were you trading or you bought and holding?
I was buying and selling. So just investing, period. But that shit was tough, bro. Because the market changed so fast. You think the market going up one day and the next day, bro, that shit be going down the toilet, dog.
And that's what the book talk about, bro. Like those buy and sell methods. So the main thing is to keep a portfolio with your long-term stocks you buy, and you never sell them unless like the company fundamentals change or you see something you don't like with a company. And then you keep another portfolio which you can buy and play around, buy and sell. But that buy and sell thing, bro, is as a long-term method, you won't make, or long-term, you won't make nothing, bro, because it's you can't predict the market movement. And like Trump can make a tweet and the whole, even good stocks can, you know what I mean? Yeah. And during, I think it was March, I was telling people like, just buy the dip, buy and hold. I was like, within 15 months, the market will, you know what I mean, will recover. And it did. You feel me?
Next year, market finna be crazy. It's finna be so many brands that go back up.
Yeah. So, it's for me, it's just buying and holding, bro. And then I put it's in the book, the dividends on reinvestment. As soon as you get them, you reinvest them, man. That's what's build that compound. It's just a cycle. It's, you know what I mean? It's snowball effect, just get bigger over time. But it's just the starting phase is the hardest because you won't see it.
Exactly.
But so it's like I tell people, like, my biggest regret is not starting investing earlier. You know what I mean? Like, but we still in our 20s, so it's like it's still early. A lot of people ain't thinking about investing in their 20s.
And I feel like a lot of us feel like we're so behind, because I feel like this all the time. I always feel like I'm behind in a lot of situations, but it's not because I truly feel I'm behind. It's just the fact that I see everyone else on social media or in person. Like, social media, as great as social media has been since it's been introduced to us, it's been just as bad. Because just the way, like how you said, a lot of these celebrities make it look like they've been entrepreneurs for the longest or whatever. No, like, flexing is at an all-time high. People were flexing before social media, but with social media, it's like, bro, it looks like nobody has ever struggled or gone through hardship.
Hey, you know what I noticed, bro, during this whole COVID, everybody was buying cars. It was weird, bro. Like, everybody was buying new cars. And I'm like,
every famous person getting their girlfriend a car. Like, this
and
whole
like,
summer.
It was weird, bro. Like, And not saying not to buy a new car, but I was just saying how social media has so much influence. Because right now, if you post a car like, "Hey, I bought this," you're gonna get 1,000 retweets. So I feel like
Yeah.
people was thinking,
Yes.
man, like, I don't want to get this car, but I know if I post it, I'm gonna be popular.
Yeah.
So
And
it
that's
got a lot of influence, like you said, good or bad, man. I think it's what you see, what you soak up. I try not to get influenced too much. I always try to do your own research, bro, before you hop in anything. Because one thing I learned like 5 years ago, like when I first started investing, if you don't know much about a company, it's hard to stay invested if the company start falling. You know
bro,
what I mean?
did you get into IDEX? Did you get into IDEX? Well, IDEX was supposed to be popping.
What's that?
Damn, I don't forgot what it was, but it was something going over in China.
No.
It was like an electromagnetic type shit what they was using. Bro, they was talking about how IDEX was supposed to be the next big thing. Man, I put my $200 in that bit.
I
That shit went down the drain.
Once a company become like a trend where everybody start talking about it, that's when I'm like, too late. That's why I talk about Microsoft all the time. People, you don't hear nobody talk about Microsoft. Take a look at Microsoft chart for the past 10 years. People don't like steady growth. They like those 10%, 30, 50% gain. That's when they start buying. I don't fall victim. Don't fall victim to them, bro. That's how you lose a lot of money.
I know now. My experience is that I needed this experience though, so I'm glad I took this loss, bro, so I can learn like the next time I do invest.
When it comes to them blue chip stocks, if you hop on it when it becomes blue chip, you better be ready because them highs gonna be high.
Yeah.
When it drop, you gonna feel that drop. Like you definitely gonna feel it.
The crazy thing is I caught Microsoft at like $105. It's at like it's at 215 now. So I'm up like 100 and something percent. But I bought it earlier before. Like when I first started, I was buying all these stocks. And my homie made like 5,000 a day trading options. I was like, bro, I'm sitting on all these stocks. I've been waiting for sitting on these stocks for 3-4 months and I ain't making nothing. My homie was like made 5,000 in a day. So I sold all my stocks and got into option trading.
How many shares you got to get from Microsoft?
What you mean?
I know you said
shares though. You don't have to buy the whole share.
Oh, okay.
With M1 Finance, you can buy fractions. Even Robinhood, they just came out with fractions.
Yeah, you can buy fractions.
So that's what I'm saying. Investing is so easy now. You don't have to. If you don't have Microsoft is like $215. If you only have $50, then you can buy a small percentage. But I got greedy because my homeboy was making 5,000 a day trading options. I'm like, I'm sitting on Microsoft. These boring companies, they ain't doing no type of return. So I sold everything, got into option trading, and lost everything, bro. So I took some time off, and I was like, you know what? I need to learn the real. You feel me? The real investing. So that's why I'm. It's good making mistakes. You learn from them. I think that's the only way. You can't read a book and feel like you got it. You got to get in the field and lose some money.
Exactly, right, bro. So what are your study habits, bro, when it comes to investing? What do you look for in a company?
Man, bro, I'm pissed because I bought Viva Systems 3 years ago, and I knew the cloud. It's a cloud service, right? And it holds data for patients and in hospitals and stuff. And I'm reading like the business, the structure. I'm like, bro, this is genius. You know what I mean? Like they store patient information. So you know what I mean? Like, and then hospitals like Bayfront would pay them monthly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, this business is like it's technology based. And at the time it was like 40, what was it, like $44. I bought some, and this one I sold because I wanted to get an option trading. $44, bro. I just got rid of it. Bro, the stock is at almost $400 today just because of the pandemic.
Damn.
Let me pull the chart up real quick. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
40 to 400. That's how it is for them things, though, bro. A lot of the mass companies went up.
It's at 300, but look at this because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And this company was in the right place because of with the pandemic. So I'm like, and it's still a good company. Like a lot of the stocks is gonna go up because of the pandemic, and after like the post-pandemic, they're gonna go back down. This one, I still think long term is still a good move because of the business structure, like technology, and that's the reason why I like Microsoft.
Yeah,
you feel me? It's the same artificial intelligence. They got a big role, and they got a good team. I mean, they know what they're doing. Apple too, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like Apple was dope. I just finally got into it. I just felt like Apple wasn't innovative enough, like for me. But behind the scenes, like they've been doing their thing, man. Other than the iPhone, like I'm like, y'all release the same iPhone every 2 years. Like, I'm not a fan of that. But behind the scenes, them boys working.
They haven't really. The last time they really changed the game was when they dropped the 10 or the X, whatever you want to call it, and they got rid of the home button. That was the last real big change they actually made to the iPhone, because before that, iPhone was really changing a lot. Like the 4s were completely different than the 5s. The 5s were completely different from the 6s. The 6 and the 7 kind of similar. The 8 was similar, and then it was like y'all dropped the same phone every year now for the past 4 or 5 years.
That's facts. All right, bro. I want to dive back into the book. So, who influenced you to write a book? Period. Was it multiple people?
So the whole start phase of this book was like I was on a like mental discipline type thing, right? So I said, okay, I have a list of goals I wanted to do. So it was originally me like wanted to do the book just on my own. And what I did was just spend 30 minutes each morning just writing about, the book piece by piece. And then I had like the homies read it. Like Zion was one of them that read it. He was like, bro, like you need to send me this. I need it. You feel me? So over the time, it's just people around me was like, hey, you put this out there. You know what I mean? But it was just original, like just me from the things I've been learning. I wanted to put it in an easier concept that I can go back to and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without having to dig through so much information, just keep something I can like a playbook manual.
Yeah. I feel that because I'm reading the Richest Man in Babylon right now. You have a lot of similarities with that book, bro. Because I read your book first before I read it, and I'm like, damn, it's like that 1/10 concept and other things like that. I'm like, damn, I see where he got it from.
Yeah. So that book and Think and Grow Rich, like
I got that too. Yeah.
Those two, yeah. Those were like first 2 books I read like 5 years ago. That changed everything, like my mindset.
Yeah, that's dope.
So one thing I want to ask, do you see yourself writing books continuously throughout your entrepreneurship career? Or do you just feel like right now in the beginning stages still, this is the time you want to pass the knowledge on? Or like I said, do you just see yourself continuing to write more and more?
I'm probably going to continue because I found a system to write them. Like, I'm in no rush to put them out, so I can spend 30 minutes a day, and even if it takes 2 years, I'm gonna get it done. You know what I mean? So like, I'm probably gonna, even if it don't sell, like if I'm just sit down and do my proper research and just, you know what I mean, if I can just hand it off to the homies or family members, then you know what I mean, it's something I feel like it's something I need to do to, you know what I mean, to keep my mind right.
I agree because ain't nothing wrong with passing knowledge on. So no matter if it's in a book or verbal or visual, as long as you got the right concept of, hey, I got all this knowledge. It's not right to just keep it amongst myself or my friends. Like I feel like I need to pass this knowledge on. So as long as you putting in the effort to pass it on, I applaud you for that.
Yeah. Because you the one who put me on the Ally Bank too. I done put some money in the Ally Bank, bro. See how that shit for the shake out, bro. Hey, I just put my first deposit in there.
You'd be surprised, man. A lot of people don't know, like, there's banks, like the traditional banks, they don't pay anything. Like Betterment, I'm with Betterment. And at one point, I think they was just trying to grab new customers. At one point, it was paying like 2.7% interest rate. Yeah. And I was eating off that for a couple months. But when that pandemic hit, they started cutting that thing down. But online banks, bro, is like, if you're going to keep your money in a savings account, might as well put it in something that's going to pay a little bit more. It's not, you know what I mean? You're not going to make a lot, but like just if you're going to keep the money, might as well keep up with inflation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
So I definitely rock with that. So I wanted to dive into like a little current events, what's going on in the world today type shit. So we seen everything with the social justice and with the George Floyd killing, how we tried to push the Black culture, man. We try to progress it. So how do you feel like that process is going for the Black folks right now?
Man, it's tricky, bro. It's tricky. I feel like it's so much distractions that's keeping us from like the main, like I feel like we need to unity, come together, right? And learn, like, figure out what's really working and what's really not. Because, like, I feel like protesting work for some, but we can't go protesting every day and burning shit down and just expect things to work the next month. But I feel like if we hurt their pockets,
yeah,
we stop buying Gucci, stop buying all that. We stop spending money. I'm telling you, bro. That I feel like that'll work.
But I feel like that is a part of protesting that we just can't stick with. The same way
y'all niggas won't stop eating Chick-fil-A. That's our damn problem.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like we'll protest for like a couple weeks, and I really think it all stems from the fact of, I hate to say it, but it's facts. Black people in general, we've gotten so accustomed to having things and being comfortable with being accepted into different parts of society now, and getting stuff that our grandmas, granddaddies, great-grandmas, great-granddaddies, they didn't even have a chance to get a lot of the stuff that we automatically get. So I feel like we've gotten comfortable. That's why we boycotted Gucci for like, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
All the celebrities started wearing it again, and then we were like, oh, well, okay, I guess we're not boycotting no more. Chick-fil-A, as Christian as they are, we find out behind the scenes they really racist in them corporate areas, but it's like, that chicken sandwich hit though, so I'm still gonna keep going. So it's like, when are we gonna draw the line to say that's it? We are not supporting y'all no more until y'all make change. And if y'all don't make change, we just won't continue to support y'all.
I think these companies at some point be like, you know what, they don't have enough discipline to not. They
don't.
So we gonna do whatever we want, and then we gonna apologize, and they gonna come back.
We'll take this L for like a month or two and deal with the stock dropping and all that. But then after like 2 months, we back to normal.
And it's not easy, you feel me? Because like, hey, I'm not perfect. Shit, I eat Chick-fil-A too.
Quincy asked me the other day. He was like, could you ask me like when was the last time I ate Chick-fil-A? When I told you, and I was like, this is my first time eating Chick-fil-A in like a month and a half.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A no more, bro.
Yeah,
I can't.
So I've been really trying to like spend money on like, with other black businesses.
Facts.
It's hard too. It's hard, man. Like, cause it's not much. It's like
limited.
So limited, you know what I mean? So it's like, so I don't know. It's gonna take a lot of discipline. It's gonna take a lot of sacrifices for us. It's just hard. Look what's going on in Nigeria, bro. Our own people.
So it's like, bro.
So it's like you got these people, and then you got your own people fighting against you. And I think it's all a mindset. Like, I feel like those people in Nigeria, they get a little bit of authority, and they just feel like
they can do anything, bro.
They can do anything to their own people. So it's like, man, it's rough. It's rough, bro.
I don't even know how that thing even started, bro, because I just started seeing videos on my timeline like last week. I'm like, what's going on over there, bro?
Out of nowhere.
Hey, hanging people with wood on their backs and slapping them up. I'm like, damn.
Slavery, bro. Modern day slavery.
Literally.
Crazy.
Because you seen the video yesterday where they were storing the food away from.
I was just about to say that.
Hey. When I went to Puerto Rico, I went to Puerto Rico, and I didn't know a protest was going on, because at the time it wasn't on social media. So I'm like, we went to Puerto Rico, and it was a protest. Our Uber driver was like, y'all gotta walk to our Airbnb. So we walking through the middle of protest, bro, with suitcases and everything. And we get to our Airbnb. The next day we went snorkeling. We was on the boat. And we was talking to this lady, and this lady was telling us that the government got food and a whole bunch of supplies, and they just never gave it to the people. So that was the protest. So I'm thinking, what was the whole point of that?
Yeah.
Weird, bro. Just weird. It's like, I feel like people in government, they got to be crooked for some reason. Like, you never find, like, all over the place, everybody just crooked. It's just,
you never find a genuine government system.
Nah.
You just
never weird.
do.
But some shit was. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like in order for us to learn it, we got to get somebody to go to the top, like Obama, to understand, like, study what's going on. And he's probably limited on what he can put out there.
Oh, he definitely limited.
Yeah.
Most definitely, bro. So, damn, I was about to ask something else about
that. What you was saying? I ain't even mean to cut you off.
Nah.
Was it the Puerto Rico food stuff?
No, I was about to ask about SARS again, bro, because I was wondering, like, because I seen everybody trying to donate to like the SARS movement, but I didn't know where the money was going because it still looked like terrible over there. So you see, like, they're trying to help.
I
the
wouldn't know
government,
where to
but
send money.
It's hard, bro. Cause look at them Black Lives Matter donation. Dude ran off with thousands
yeah,
on people, bro. Like
yeah,
you can't trust
Man,
nobody.
we get in our own way so much.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
facts.
I can't be 100% mad at white people sometimes because it's
Yeah.
like it's
Mhm.
that 5 to 10% of us that's
Yeah.
gonna do us in just as bad as them. So
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, I don't even know who to trust sometimes.
That's why we need an organization to actually let us know like where money is going when it comes to these donations and shit like that, bro. Because a lot of this money, bro, niggas be giving money to Red Cross. We already know Red Cross crooked and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Giving money to all these movements, the black people running off without money. It's like we don't know where our money's going, but we're just giving it because we think it's helping, but we don't know where it's going, bro.
And that's the sad part. We give with good intentions. Like we are genuinely trying to give money, but it's like I ain't gonna just keep genuinely giving money, and every now and then, continuously, I keep hearing my money get ran off with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Shit wild. And how you feeling about the future of America, bro, with this presidential race? The debate last night, shit looking like it's gonna be some hell, whoever get voted in. So how you feeling?
I think I try to stay out of politics too, bro, because I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like I hate to say this, but whoever is president, they never been to the hood. They can't help us, bro. They'll try to get our votes, but look how long. I mean, we've been in America for how long? We still at the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna take 2020 for y'all to finally realize like y'all been treating black people like shit for so long. And like, as far as Trump goes, man, like I was watching the first debate. I couldn't believe these were like people in politics.
I know.
I was embarrassed, bro. I'm like, I turned. That's why I was like, you know what, bro, this is a joke. You feel me? Like, and I know it's important to go out and vote, but watching that debate, I'm like, it's like a lose-lose for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's really a situation where you got to choose the lesser of two evils.
Exactly.
But it's kind of always like that.
Like that.
I think Obama was like really the only situation where he wasn't necessarily evil in the type of comparison you wanted to give. But most of the time, 99% of the time, you have to choose the lesser of two evils. That's why I told Quincy before, when choosing a president or any political figure, you don't choose them because you like them. You're supposed to choose them based on the plan that they have that best benefits you and your people. I don't give a damn if I like Joe Biden or not, but what are you doing for my people?
Yeah.
That's the main question that I have for you.
And the thing too is like, are you going to do that for our people? Because you can say it like it's a lot of things that Obama tried to do and the Republicans wouldn't allow him to do it. So what's the point of being president if you still can't make decisions?
But that's why I tell people it's important to vote for everything. Your state senators, your governors, your mayors, your school board. Like it's important to vote for all of that because all that leads up to the decisions that the president has to make. If we control the state by state governments, it's going to be harder for the president to just say whatever he wants and lets it fly. That's what happened with Obama in a lot of situations.
Man. So with how everything going in America, you see officer killing black people in broad daylight, not getting locked up. Like I feel like, and I hate to say this, I feel like it's easy to corrupt the president. Like they can literally pick and choose regardless of what, you know what I mean, what the people say. They can literally make their own decisions. You don't feel that way?
Nah,
I do. Yeah.
I feel like we need to be talking to the Congress. I feel like the Congress the one making all the damn decisions because damn president got to go through them at first. Yeah. First thing first. So
I think we're so out of touch with each culture. Like white people that grew up in the suburbs, ain't never been to the hood. You got hood people from the hood. They might understand like, okay, these people rich, blah, blah, blah. But trying to be on the same mindset, same page is like,
it can't happen.
A white person just look at a dude with dreads and be like, that's a thug. He got a gun. He might rob me. Just she ain't never been to the hood.
And it's the fact that it's always old white people. I never understood the fact that every president we've had has been old as hell. Like, once again, I think Obama, in my recent memory of how many presidents we've been alive for, is like the youngest president I think that comes to mind. But even still, Obama was up there in age. So it's like, why do we keep appointing old ass white men, but old people in general, to try to appeal to the future generations that are like 20-something like us or younger.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a huge problem. You got 2 70-plus-year-old white men who, like you said, never been to the gutter, never really been in the places that they're trying to appeal to. But we got to sit and watch 2 70-year-old white men talk about Black lives. Like, put somebody Black in there, or put somebody young and white. If you're going to be white, at least be young. Like, don't be no 70-plus-year-old white person, because 9 times out of 10, unless you Bernie Sanders, which is a rare case who actually stood with Black lives, unless you somebody like him, I'm really not worried about your opinion, honestly.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. I definitely agree.
For sure. All right, bro. So let's wrap it up, bro. So 2 questions I wanted to ask to you, bro, before we get out of here. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So answer that one first.
Yeah. So within the next 5 years, I want to be able to put a lot of information into the Black community, and I want to open up maybe a financial firm and set it up to where it's free, to where Black folks can go there and, work on their credit. Just learn, like, and offer like different things for like younger kids our age, even younger. Because think about it. Imagine if we knew what we know now back then, it would have been a whole different ball game.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. And what do you want your legacy to be? When you done, you wrapped it all up, you hang them up. What you want your legacy to be?
Damn, I haven't never thought about that.
Kind of early to ask.
Yeah.
It is.
Just know that I did all I could, bro, with with the information I had. And I want to start putting out more free products too, as far as like books and stuff like that too. But one thing I learned, bro, people don't appreciate free. They don't value free information. So that was the main reason why I made the book only $7, because I could have made it $20. We made it to where like, bro, I know you have $7. I don't care how broke. I know you have $7. So I'm adding like charts, like finance charts to the website. It's gonna be free. Like you can download them at home and stuff like that. So I want to put out a lot more free gems. And we got a pop-up shop in February, Black History Month. Our first pop-up. And I'll post the location. And I don't know. I think you guys are in Florida too, so I'm like,
we in the bro. We all from the Berg here, bro.
Oh, you in the Berg?
We from the Berg, bro.
I'm in Gainesville, but I'm from St. Pete, so
yeah.
We all from the same place, bro.
Okay, yeah.
What school did you go to?
Gibbs.
Okay, that's why I ain't never.
Man,
seen
I thought you went to the north side, man. I thought Zion said he met you on at Imagine or something.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. I met Zion, bro. Like I used to walk middle school. I used to have to cut through that little grass to get to my crib, and we would just chop it up one day, play basketball, football, and then we just been kicking ever since. You know what I mean?
Bad.
We could actually. I didn't even say this in the beginning. Welcome to the Hometown Heroes Pod.
Yeah,
we done had a few.
Bro.
We done had young BBQ.
From the Bird.
We done had young BBQ. Who else we done had on here?
Damn. Pro. We had Pro Wheels on here.
We done had Pro. We got people lined up.
About to have Kobe Boykins gonna be on here soon.
Yep, finna have Kobe Boykins on here. So welcome to the Hometown Heroes Pod. For all y'all who don't know, Hometown Heroes is anytime we got somebody from the Berg being successful, like showing that they're thriving in life, like we gotta have them on the pod. So look out for a bunch of future Hometown Heroes to come. This is Black Amir showing y'all that you can have another way. You don't have to be an athlete. You could be an entrepreneur. You could be an author. A financial literacy type person. Like you can do all these things. So he's showing y'all that you could be all three at once.
That's real, bro. That's real. And I do want to let y'all know about the contest because Black Amir is a part of that. So the first place winner will get a Black Amir t-shirt or hat. I made a mistake. I put /hat. It's definitely or. I'm not buying both. And then the second place will be $10. And then third place will be $5. And like I said last week, each winner will have the opportunity to come on the podcast. All the instructions are on our social media. You have to subscribe to the YouTube and also fill out the form to get your emails and things like that. But it's a simple process, bro. You get a chance to get a Black Amir t-shirt. Support the Black-owned business, man. Support the Black-owned business. Most definitely, bro.
Yes, sir. We got the Unity. This one.
Unity.
Okay.
Yes,
sir.
I
like that.
And those is one of the shirts that you can get, too. That's also one of the shirts that you can get. All right, bro. So where can they find you on social media?
Social media, I'm on Twitter at BLXCKAMIR, blackamir.com, and Instagram, Black Amir. Yeah, that's it. Blackamir.com, cop something, support it, share it. You know, it's all love.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think that is it. So, Edgar, you can hit him with the social media.
You can follow us on Twitter at QE Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at Q_and_E_podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page, Q&E Podcast. Follow our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, Q&E Podcast. Click the notification bell, hit all so you can see anytime that we drop new episodes. Our email, QANDEpodcast@gmail.com for any business inquiries, questions, concerns, fan mail. We'll make sure to get back to you on there as soon as possible. You can hit Quincy up on Twitter at Q_Hicks3. You can hit me up at Edgar Martin 97. You can hit Quincy up on Instagram at Q Hicks Production. And you can hit me up at Edgar Martin Official. Shout out to Blue Collar Media Group and MTMV Sports.
Yes, sir. And subscribe to our podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we are there. Black Amir, Delroy, real name. I just want to say thank you, bro, for coming on, bro. We definitely appreciate you taking the time. And I think that is it.
Hey, thank y'all for having me, man. You know, it's love, bro. Always.
All right,
problem.
man. Yes, sir. All right, bro. We out.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.